SBS advises that the following program includes frank sexual discussion and references to sexual assault and may distress some viewers.
It's monsoon season in Mumbai, and for millions of Indians, that means wedding season. With the rains come elaborate pre-wedding rituals and customs as couples prepare for their big day. But amongst the standard beauty treatments, some brides are coming here. Hi, Dr. Chatali.
Oh, hi.
How are you? Thank you for
nice
meeting
to meet
me.
you. Come, let me guide you to the procedure room. Okay.
Dr. Chatali Mahajan is a cosmetic gynaecologist working across several of the city's private hospitals.
So this is our OT complex here, and this is one of the OTs that we have. So we perform our small procedures over here.
Increasingly, brides-to-be are coming to her to restore their virginity through a surgical procedure called hymenoplasty. Is it a complex surgery?
No, not at all. It's not a complex surgery. It's a minor procedure, but it's a very important procedure. Very important for the patient.
Really?
Yes. So this is what we call as the vulva. What we see is two openings here. Now the upper one is the urethral opening wherein the urine comes from. And this is our main target area, that is the vaginal opening with the hymen there. It's a thin, flimsy membrane wherein if you try to push anything, it breaks or it opens up. So you get few cracks like these. These cracks are the ones that we are going to seal or stitch with absorbing or dissolving sutures.
So can anyone tell that you've had this surgery after it's done?
After 2 or 3 months, nobody can identify.
The concept of virginity is a social construct and has been widely and scientifically debunked. Even if the hymen is torn, it doesn't mean a woman's had intercourse. Still, Dr. Mahajan says she performs as many as 30 hymenoplasties every year. Are women getting the procedure because they're scared or because they want to give it as a gift to their husband?
Oh, it's never a gift, it's scare.
Really?
It's always a scare. They are hiding something, they don't want to reveal, there's peer pressure, they want to hide that they have had intercourse before or they have not shared it with the partner. It's a general rule that the girl will not have sex before marriage. So I have even had girls coming and saying that he's going to check my hymen on the first night. So it's more for religious, social causes, and men demand for it. They want it that way.
What do you think of that personally as a woman?
I think that if I can help these girls lead a better life and a better quality of life after marriage by just doing the hymenoplasty, why not help them?
Here in India, love and relationships are modernising at an astonishing rate. It's now the 5th largest dating market in the world, and there are 300% more people using dating apps than just 5 years ago. But patriarchal attitudes towards a woman's virginity are still very much deeply ingrained.
मुझे बस आपसे एक चीज पूछनी थी, क्या आप वर्जिन हैं?
At what age did you lose your virginity?
At 19.
Every aspect of popular culture here still fetishizes virginity.
I feel like a virgin.
From advertisements to TV and film.
और मैं जानता हूँ कि एक हिंदुस्तानी लड़की की इज्जत क्या होती है.
There are even Bollywood plot points where a woman would rather die than give up their virgin status.
Veronica भी एक normal लड़की है. Soft, pure है.
For such a taboo subject, women on the streets of Mumbai are surprisingly candid. Is it okay to have sex before marriage if you're a woman?
मी त्याच्या बाबतीत सहमत नाहीये त्याच्यामुळं मला पटत नाही या गोष्टी. महाराष्ट्रात पुरी अशा करणारच नाही. आणि असं करू बी नाही त्यांनी. असं म्हणजे नाही का थोडंसं समाज बोलतोच म्हणजे आजूबाजूची लोक बोलतात समाज बोलतो.
Does the question of whether you've had sex before ever come up?
होती है ऑलमोस्ट सभी बैकग्राउंड पहले लड़की के बारे में पूछेंगे ऑब्वियसली. तो ऐसे सब अगर उस लड़की का पहले अफेयर रहा तो वो लोग सीधा फैमिली की ये लड़की बेकार है, अच्छी नहीं रहेगी.
Why is virginity so important to men?
Like if we getting married then I can be the only one who can take it.
चांगली पाहिजे म्हणजे मुलगी चांगली पाहिजे.
This notion of a woman's sexual purity is strictly tied to her honour and that of her family and her community. And I'm told there are some who will go to extremes to protect this.
कि आज मेरी शादी है, मैं किसी के साथ बंधन में बंध रही, मैं ससुराल जाने वाली, मैं इंजॉय करूँगी, मैं घूमूंगी. जो वो एक जो सपने संजोती है वो अपने दिल में, वो जब शादी होती है तब वो बात वर्जिनिटी टेस्ट तक आ जाती है. लेकिन आप कौमार्य चाशनी में क्या आप प्योर है या नहीं है, ये बहुत मायने रखता है.
Krishna and Aruna Indrika are members of a once tribal community known as the Kanjabats. Since their wedding day, they've been fighting to end an archaic ritual of virginity testing.
ये मेरी बीवी पर्सनल इंटैक्ट है या नहीं है, वर्जिन है या नहीं है, ये मुझे समाज या जात पंचायत दुनिया को दिखाने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. तो ये अपने प्राइवेसी के लिए गलत है.
तो मैंने जाना कि ये सारी दुनिया जब समाज में सब ये सब करते हैं तो मैंने सोचा कि मैं नहीं करूँगा.
Krishna's stance against the ritual is rare. He and Aruna say girls in the community are still subjected to virginity tests on their wedding night.
ये दूल्हा दुल्हन है और आफ्टर मैरिज उसके बाद में पूरी जात पंचायत बैठती है क्योंकि उनको वर्जिनिटी टेस्ट के लिए भेजना या नहीं भेजना, तो इसमें औरतें नहीं बैठती है इसमें.
They say the tests are humiliating and degrading and can result in trauma and abuse.
लड़के के हाथ में वाइट कपड़ा देते कि जब अगर लड़की अगर इंटरकोर्स में जब वर्जिनिटी टेस्ट करते हैं तो उस कपड़े के ऊपर रेड कलर का मतलब दाग धब्बे आना चाहिए. तब अगर इंटैक्ट रहेंगी तो उस बेडशीट पे रेड कलर के दाग धब्बे आएंगे. अगर नहीं हाँ तो उसका ब्लीडिंग होगा.
This secret footage was filmed at a wedding in 2018. Aruna and Krishna say it shows family members and community elders sitting outside the door of a newlywed couple's room to ensure the test is complete.
कभी कभी क्या होता है, बच्चे शाय होते हैं, लड़का लड़की शाय होते हैं, वो शर्माते हैं, घबराते हैं. तो फिर क्या होता है, वो अगर कोशिश भी करते तो उनसे होता नहीं है. जब वो कोशिश करते होते हैं, काफ़ी 10-15 मिनट हो गया, आधा घंटा हो गया, तो वो खटखटाते हैं, नॉक करते हैं वो कि भाई आपका हो गया क्या. अपने आन बान शान की, अपनी इज्जत की, अपनी पगड़ी की अपना ये सवाल है. होता क्या है नेक्स्ट फेज़ में कि अगर वो लड़का लड़की अगर नए हो गए दूल्हा दुल्हन, तो उसमें उसको डेमो करके दिखाया जाता है हाउ टू सेक्स, हाउ टू इंटरकोर्स. तो वो लड़का जो है दूल्हा, उसका भाई और उसकी भाभी और भी वो लड़के को शराब पिलाई जाएगी, या तो उसको ड्रग्स भी दिया जाएगा, या तो फिर वर्स्ट केस में तो बहुत कुछ होता है. वो तब वो फिर वो उनको परमिशन देते बाहर वालों को कि तुम आकर देखो अभी करके. कहाँ पर है तो इसमें वो दिखा रही है, देखो.
The virginity test is even outlined in this text. Its contents seem medieval, but it was written by elders in the year 2000 to formalise the community's oral traditions.
संविधान होता है जिसके ऊपर पूरा देश चलता है. वैसे हमारे कम्युनिटी में हमारे लोगों ने, जो कास्ट काउंसिल के लोगों ने एक हमारा अपना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाया है जो पैरेलल जो भारत गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से बराबर है. लेकिन इसको हमारी बिरादरी में, हमारी कम्युनिटी में इसको काली किताब बोलते हैं, ब्लैक बुक. और उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि नहीं क्या, जिस दिन आपकी जिस लड़की की शादी होगी उसी रात को उसने वर्जिन टेस्ट करना है.
After refusing the test, Aruna and Krishna now receive messages from others asking for help.
हर क्वालिटी का मैसेज आता, कहाँ अर्जेंट टेस्ट हो रही, क्या हो रहा है, तो ये मारपीट हो रही। एक लेडी है, वो मैसेज में आया है कि मुझे तुरंत साहब से बात करनी, कृष्णा इंद्रेकर से बात करनी है।
Worse than the test itself are the repercussions if a woman fails. Aruna says they can be subjected to extreme forms of punishment, from penalties and fines to immediate divorce, physical violence, or social exile. So I'm heading to the north of Maharashtra state, where we've actually managed to get in touch with a young woman who says she was subjected to this test. Now, she says she wants to tell her story and has agreed to an interview, but she still faces an extreme risk of reprisal, so we have to meet in secret. To ensure our sources' safety, we have arranged to film at a third-party location. But on the way, we receive a call.
हमारी बात हो सकती है उससे? नहीं। क्यों? अभी भी हालात खराब है क्या उसके घर पे?
So we've just found out from a relative that the husband of the woman that we were meant to be meeting with has actually found out that a camera crew is on their way to town. He's grown incredibly suspicious at this point, and she's now no longer able to actually leave the house or meet with us. With our source trapped at home, the girl's aunt agrees to meet with us instead. We'll call her Akriti. For her niece's safety, she must conceal her identity. Does your niece want to talk to me?
हाँ, उसको तो बात करना है, इसके लिए तो आप ही को बुलाया था उन्होंने, लेकिन नहीं, उसके मिस्टर को पता चला तो उन्होंने नहीं बोल दिया।
Is your niece scared?
हाँ, उसने अगर बात किया, अगर उसके पति के खिलाफ गई तो उसको निकाल भी सकता है, उसका डिवोर्स भी हो सकता है। उसके साथ तो बुराई होती जा रहा है, उसका ससुराल के भी लोग अच्छे नहीं रहते, उसका देवर भी कभी भी मारपीट करता, फिर उसका घर वाला भी, उसको मतलब है जगच नहीं है उस घर में, लेकिन वो रह रही।
After an arranged marriage, Akriti says her niece underwent the virginity test on her wedding night. She was only 17. Can you tell me what happened the night of your niece's wedding?
फिर लड़के को अंदर भेजते, फिर अंदर उनका जो हुआ वो हुआ, अगर नहीं हुआ तो फिर वो लड़का बाहर निकल के आता है, ऐसे बोलता सबको, पंच लोगों को, भाभी लोग को बोलता कि बाबा लड़की के साथ ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है, लड़की किसके साथ ऐसा। अब वो लड़के को लड़के से नहीं हो रहा है हनीमून, क्या उनसे नहीं हो रहा है, थोड़ा प्रेशर भी गिर जाता है, शादी का थकान गिर जाता है, फिर उसमें भी थोड़ा सा उनको चांस दिया नहीं जाता तुरंत।
Unable to present a bloodied white cloth, Akriti says her niece was subjected to what's known as a two-finger virginity test, an unscientific and traumatizing test where fingers are inserted into the vagina to determine if the hymen is broken.
दूल्हे की भाभी रही थी ना, तो उसको चेकिंग करने गए तो फिर उन्होंने चेक किया, मतलब कैसे वो उंगली वगैरह डाल के चेक करते हैं वो उंगली।
This test is illegal under Indian law. Still unsuccessful, Akriti says the couple were then forced to attempt sex repeatedly over the next 5 days.
वो लड़की को सोजन भी आ गया तो भी उसको तकलीफ भी हुआ तो भी उसको हॉस्पिटल में भी नहीं भेजेंगे, बार बार वो लड़के को ट्राई करने को भेजेंगे, मतलब एक उसका वो बलात्कार क्या उसका चीरहरण ही किया जाता है लड़की का बार बार। उस टाइम पे तो उसकी हालत देखने जैसी भी नहीं थी, अब तो उस पे गुजरी तो उसी को पता ना।
After 5 days of unsuccessful attempts to present a bloodied cloth, Akriti says her niece was accused of having had a previous relationship and declared impure by the Caste Council. Did your niece ever consent?
नहीं दिया था, उसने बोला था कि मैं नहीं दूंगी ये टेस्ट, तो घर वालों ने और दबाव डाल दिया। फिर पंचायत लोग के बोले तू ये टेस्ट नहीं दे रही है तो मतलब तूने कुछ गलत ही काम किया है, इसके लिए तू ये टेस्ट दे नहीं रही।
Later, it's alleged her husband took her back after both he and the Caste Council were paid a fee by her family. But Akriti says her niece now lives each day with a lingering communal boycott.
तो बोलते ये देखो इसका वर्जियन टेस्ट किया था, जांचने किया था, उसमें ये खरी नहीं उतरी, तो उस पे और लोग हंसते रहते, कहीं जाना बंद हो गया उसका। ऐसे मतलब उसको सभी जगह से उस पे दबाव ही दबाव आ गया।
Akriti says the adjudicators and enforcers of these virginity tests are so-called caste councils. These all-male bodies see themselves as protectors of tradition to ensure the Kanjabat community's survival in the wake of colonial discrimination. But as elders, they can maintain a powerful and conservative grip. So I'm in the outskirts of Pune, where there's been reports of virginity testing within the Kanjabat community, and I'm actually on my way right now to meet with the heads of the local caste council. One of the elders was actually a signatory to the Kanjabat constitution, so I'm really interested to see what they have to say. When we arrive, the council is still deciding who will speak, or if they will agree to a filmed interview at all. Nervous of our questions, they call in additional elders. Namaste. Callista. Have a seat there. Is it okay, in your opinion, to conduct a virginity test?
हाँ, चलती रहनी चाहिए। हमारे समाज के लड़कियों को एक डर है कि अगर हम कोई गलत विवाह के पहले कुछ गलत काम करते हैं तो अपने माँ बाप के ख़ानदान की इज्जत कहीं बाहर ना आ जाए, उनको कहीं नीचा देखना नहीं पड़े, इसलिए ये रहना चाहिए। इसका हम पूरा समर्थन। इस परंपरा से कोई समाज का नुकसान ही नहीं है, तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है समाज को?
नुकसान क्या है उससे?
हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा ही है।
You say that this practice is helping protect women, but the stories we've heard amount to sexual assault in many cases. How is that protecting women?
जिन औरतों ने आपके साथ समझो इंटरव्यू में बताया होगा, उन्होंने ये पूरी गलत बात बताई। एक, देश के अंदर मानव कायदा है, मानव अधिकार कायदा। 100 सालों के अंदर जिस वक्त संविधान बना उस वक्त से लेके आज तक एक भी कंप्लेंट नहीं आई है। पहली बात तो एक, कुछ औरतों ने यही मीडिया के सामने बताया था जो औरतें हमारी कौम की नहीं थी। समझो अभी भाट साहब ने बताया कि संविधान समाज की एक जो लक्ष्मण रेखा है आज से नहीं है, 400-500 साल पहले से चलती आ रही है। ऐसा कोई सामने कोई करता नहीं है और ना करेंगे कोई सामने, पर समाज के दायरे में रह के समाज की रूढ़ी परंपरा चल रही है। इसके वजह से समाज टिका है, हर समाज इसी की वजह से।
The council claims virginity tests are essential to the survival of the Kanjabat community. They say it's a choice made within the family, not by caste councils, and that it doesn't violate a girl's right to privacy. But what about if they fail? The women we've spoken to describe being subjected to extreme punishments and ongoing social boycott. Do you think that these punishments are fair?
अगर कोई एक आधा गलत काम बच्ची करती है विवाह का पहले, तो उसको नॉमिनल एक दंडित किया जाता है पंचायत के सामने और उसे रेगुलराइज कर दिया जाता है।
ऐसे कोई शिक्षा नहीं है
कोई नॉट अ सिंगल केस की इसके वजह से उसका डाइवर्स हो गया, संसार उसका उद्ध्वस्त हो गया। ऐसी कोई एक भी केस महाराष्ट्र कर्नाटक में आपको नहीं दिखेगी
कि वह एक बार गलती हो गई थी जीवन में, इसके बाद मत करना। अभी तेरा ब्याह शादी हो गया है, संसार कर तो चलते आ रहा है, ऐसा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है किसी की आज तक।
They also say boycotts, in which women who fail the test are exiled from the community, are no longer enforced, claiming the punishment stopped after India's government introduced laws banning the practice.
पंचायत उसको अलग तरीके से सुलझाती है।
जात बार करने का केस, लोक संख्या कम है हमारी, बाहर वाले आ रहे हैं अंदर, तो लेडीज को कोई ऐसी पनिशमेंट आज तक नहीं हुई है और ना इसके बाद भी होगी और ना किए। जिस बंदे ने भी या कोई लेडीज ने आपको बताया होगा वो सब झूठ बताया।
You have described yourself as guardians and elders of the community. Isn't it your responsibility then to ensure that change is brought about and that these harmful practices are phased out?
अगर उसमें हम चेंजेस करते थे तो कर दिया, कि ओपन बताते थे तो समझो अब हमारे पूर्वजों ने किया, पिताजी ने किया, दादाजी ने किया, तो हमने भी किया ना। पर हमारे विचार से समझो लिखे पढ़े कुछ बुजुर्ग आए सामने, कुछ ऑफिसर आए कि इसको थोड़ा सा चेंजेस करना है, तो कर दिया चेंजेस। मैं देखो 5-10 लोगों ने बोल दिया तो बदलाव आएगा ऐसा नहीं रहता। जैसे आप कितने लोगों से मिले रहेंगे, 5-10-50 लोगों से मिले होंगे। 400 साल से कहीं भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, अब प्रॉब्लम क्यों आ रहा है ये बताओ। तो समाज एक्सेप्ट कर लेगा, अगर उनकी सुन के समाज एक्सेप्ट हो गया तो हमको कोई दिक्कत है क्या? बरोबर ना? हम सबके साथ चलना चाहते हैं। हम किसी 5 लोगों के लिए समाज को नहीं बोलेंगे अरे वो 5 लोगों ने बोल दिया और हम ऐसा करेंगे, ये नहीं चलेगा। सब जगह यही सिस्टम है।
In India, love is being revolutionised. But women and young girls are still being forced to undergo archaic virginity tests in the name of tradition. As these old and new worlds collide, technology is allowing some women to cheat the test. So here you can see that there are countless websites all selling what are essentially virginity kits. These kits kind of contain what look to be pills that in essence will fake blood. This website here is also saying that you can provide discreet packaging so that when it arrives, no one can know what the product is. The kits are easily purchased online and delivered to your door for less than $60. But none of these products have been evaluated or approved by India's health regulatory bodies. This one here is called an artificial hymen. So it says to insert this 1 hour before intercourse. Here you can see the instructions for this product, and it's saying the woman is to lie on her back and essentially insert these products into the vagina. And the heat of the body will apparently warm up the capsule and break it, and the fake blood will then be released. A move was even made to ban their sale after reports some kits were unreliable and caused mild to severe reactions. Well, this is interesting. I have no idea what that is. Looks like some kind of pill. I mean, this looks very, very unreliable. I mean, you can't talk about choice here. This is being done purely out of fear and desperation. I mean, this is a powerful force of the patriarchy at work. Standing up to India's centuries-old traditions that give men power over women will take more than a pill. In the face of ongoing virginity tests, I'm meeting someone who's hoping to find power in numbers.
I did not know what I will do in life or in future or whenever I grow up. All I knew is I will have to stop this somewhere. At least this should not happen with me and with my own sisters.
At 32 years old, Priyanka Chakar is part of a group of young Kanjabat men and women using social media to unite others in saying no and stand up against India's caste councils.
There are girls, there are in fact boys who are against these rituals, but they don't have any platform to speak about it, to talk against it. The day we formed Stop the V Ritual, the sort of response we got was very, very overwhelming.
समाजावर होत असलेली दादागिरी पुन्हा एकदा समोर आली आहे.
Priyanka went viral after appearing on Indian media, speaking about not doing what women in her family have been told to do for generations.
दिवस काही झालं, काही रिझल्ट आहे त्या त्यांना सांगायचं असतं.
That was my very first interview against this topic, and then I started giving bites directly and my face was not blurred anymore.
Do you think the caste councils and men in these communities who think this way are scared of you, are scared of change, seeing what's happening, seeing what you're doing?
Yes, very much. There was one call and he said, you don't know me yet, I'm a very rich person, I can do any and everything with you and with your family here, so you better step out of it, otherwise I will destroy you and your family. That was the call I got. I was telling myself they did not have that authority, like, hello, you don't know anything and you cannot stop me, you don't have any right to stop me, because I know what I'm doing and I'm doing this for my country and I'm doing this on behalf of the Constitution of India, and what you are doing is wrong. So you better be careful and don't try to threaten me, because the Constitution is with me.
Despite a social boycott against her and her family, Priyanka refuses to live her life in the shadows.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Just the simple act of going out with friends is a defiant example for other young girls.
I saw her struggle in every area. When you don't have any support, when you don't have nothing. So I know the journey, yeah, and that's why I'm proud of her. She's become a leader of me.
Do you have any regrets for making the stand that you have?
No, I don't have any regret. I never have this regret because we got that freedom because of my protest. So I feel that freedom, and I believe if you want freedom, you will have to get up and at least fight for yourself. And I feel that freedom.
Priyanka has found her freedom, but whether this reaches women in India's most vulnerable communities is difficult to say. As I leave, I'm still unable to contact Akriti's niece, whose husband has now taken her phone. Were you also subjected to this test?
हो, माझे संग पण झालेले आहे टेस्ट, मतलब मेरे साथ में ही वही टेस्ट हुआ.
How old were you?
मेरा 16, लेकिन मेरा तो ब्लड निकला था, मतलब हमारे को जो सुलाया था.
You yourself were married. Do you have children yourself, and will you let them go through this test?
एग्री तो करना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि मेरे बच्चों की भी शादी हुआ है, तो हमारा भी टेस्ट हुआ है, हमारे मम्मी पापा का हुआ, उनके दादा दादी का, बच्चों के दादा दादी का टेस्ट हुआ है, सबका हुआ है, तो उनको भी एग्री करना ही पड़ेगा. तो हमको तो वो टेस्ट करना ही करना, दिखाना ही दिखाना. साथ भी वही हुआ है जो उस लड़की के साथ हुआ, तो वो हमारे साथ में ही.
If you or someone you know needs support, contact 1-800-RESPECT or Kids Helpline on 1-800-55-1800.